With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Oh! To try to get a matchup with a gun. Oh, goes the lead. Francis is gunning.
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
It's very rare.
What a finish. Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to goal. It's a knockout. Oh, my It's a knockout.
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the catches.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch. Wow! How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
You gotta be very careful. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
How's it going, fight fans? I know you're looking at the screen a little differently tonight because we don't know where Joe Britson is. So what we would love to do for VTT's Trigger Joe is show your support for him like we show support for Ukraine and we put our flag on our profile picture. I'm asking that everybody change their profile picture to Joe Britson until we find out where VTT's Triggered Joe is. But we still have with us today the champ, which I guess is that's all that matters, is because he is the best picker out of the group. We have Bill Send It 7 Pearson. So
the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, go follow him on Facebook. And then again, I'm the bigger. And let's break this down real quick. We're going to go through the UFC fight card tomorrow. And if you don't bet on what they say, then there's no hope for you because they're going to make you money. And at the end of the show, Bill's going to give you his parlays and all that good stuff and his DraftKings sleeper, all the locks. Now, when the Big Earl picks, again, disclaimer, do not listen to me. I don't give two shits about who wins what fight other than if there's money on it because I put it on what they say it is. And then a big shout out to our sponsor, Fleet Techs. Okay, so go to Fleet, FLEET-TECHS.com. All right, go to fleettechs.com. And if you have an engineering background or an automotive background and you need a job paying close to six figures, if not more, I think there's a little incentive. All right, go there and then fill out an application depending on where you are, what area you are. And then let us know how it works out, okay? Because these guys are awesome. They want to hire veterans, and that's what we're trying to do. Our page is here to make it a one-stop shop for everybody. So Fleet Techs is offering jobs to veterans right now. So if you go to fleettechs.com and you put in all your information, go ahead and message the Big Earl on Facebook or go message Veteran Trash Talk, and we'll see how everything's going. But I know for a fact he's already hired two since this show started. Okay. We had a week off last weekend. There was this Memorial Day thing going on, and we were in Golden, Colorado. We had a great time. All right. Joe had a great time, and so did I. But Bill had to sit there and just wait to pick fights. So let's do it. Let's get right into the fights. Let's not even worry about it. Let's just go after it. And if you're watching on a thread, okay, say hi, say where you're from, say where you're watching from. Bill's monitoring Gruntworks. I am monitoring Veteran Trash Talk. I see JC Callahan is watching. You're still a big mess. Okay, JC, you are a mess.
Good golf partner, though.
Yeah, but you know JC. Yeah, you know JC. So, again, I filled out JC's SIR. No big deal. All right. Well, we won't talk about that live though, JC. Don't worry about it. The details that we're going to talk about that. Okay. The first fight is a light heavyweight fight. This is my favorite weight class, by the way. This is where I think the men meet the rubber. Does that make sense? Did you say that? Men meet the rubber. Rubber meets the road. Right? Like it's whatever. Men meet the whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. It does. I go to UTEP. I can say whatever I want. It's like science. Okay. So let's see here. What we got here? We got Red. What is that? Lizinowicz? No answer. Okay. Light heavyweight fight. We got Menifield. Is it an E? I don't remember what I wrote. All right, at 11-3 versus Mazahasharaf. All right, at 19-12. And you know what? I'm going old man Alonzo. Okay, Alonzo's going to take this fight, and it's going to be a backwards ankle hook. Look it up if you don't believe me. All right, backwards ankle hook, first round. Bill, what say you?
I'm with you on Menifield.
What's up, Red? Lesnovich.
I do think it's going to be Menifield. I don't see a backwards heel hook happening. However,
you don't even know what that is.
Alonzo is just a better fighter. Now, Alonzo can be a very frustrating fighter to watch because sometimes he fights below what he's capable of at times. But the guy he's fighting is a one-round guy. He either wins or loses miserably in the first round. And Menifield has got a decent chin. He's just got shitty cardio. But I got Menifield by TKO, and I actually think it might happen in the second round. I think Menifield's going to let this guy gas out, blow his load in that first round, and then get him early in the second round. So Menifield TKO might happen in the first because, like I said, Mazrov loves to lose in the first round as well. But I got Menifield's second round TKO. Probably it's safe bet to go under 1.5 on this one too, if you want to get crazy with a parlay.
Very nice. Trigger Joe just I still need you guys to change your profile picture to Joe Britson until we can find out exactly where he is. But he does have connectivity somewhere because he just sent me his picks. And he is saying Menefield KO first round. All right. So that's what Joe's saying. All right. So Trigger Joe, those of you who follow Trigger Joe, that's what he's saying. Okay. Let's go to the next one. The next fight is a flyweight fight, which means I really don't give a shit. Okay. And you have, because again, I don't care, let's just call it what it is. When you're a grown man, like I am, like Bill is, all right, we are large human beings. Bill's larger than I am. All right. And I'm not going to go into what area because I can't anymore. But like, he's not. I'm just gonna say I probably got a chance against him in that arena, but in the overall height arena, he's bigger than me. All right, he's a big dude. We are not scared of these guys. Okay, I don't care how skilled of a fighter you are. I am literally not scared. Okay, Bill, are you scared of a 145-pound guy?
No, that was me in 6th grade, maybe.
Right,
maybe 4th.
Yeah, you're like. I'm glad you can punch, but like, or maybe breaks my ankle, but I'm still gonna beat him up. Okay, but anyways, Osborne coming in at 10-4, and then you got another Eastern Ukrainian named Adjashev, all right, at 4-3. 4-3. That's interesting. All right, I don't think I've ever seen a record like that on UFC. Maybe Bill can elaborate on that. All right, so now remember what the big girl says with fights. Don't listen to me. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I did put some thought into this one. And all I could think about was Australian midget bowling. Okay? I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but you literally take midgets and you throw them down a bowling lane, right? At pins. It's if you YouTube it, it'll change your life. Okay? Look up midget bowling. All right? I'm going to go with a little people draw, and it's going to be decided by Australian midget bowling to see who wins. Bill, what say you?
So I'm actually, both these guys are not great. I checked last night. I think DraftKings odds had Osborne at a -190. I think that's the way to go on this one. If you're going to do a parlay, I probably won't touch it. Any of the parlays I'll give you later. I got Osborne by TKO. Adeshev is he's lost two of his 3 fights in the UFC. Osborne is 2 for 4 in the UFC, not counting the Dana White Contender Series. They've both been finished. That's why I kind of want to stay away from this fight if you're a gambler. But go with Osborne by TKO. I think Adeshev just doesn't have that great of a chin, and he's been slept early in his losses. So go Osborne TKO, but gambling wise, stay away from this one. They're both just not great fighters, and they're both new, haven't proven themselves at all.
There you have it, fight fans. He says stay away from this one. But Joe says Osborne as well, and he says by decision. So again, all right, Chris, we're not talking about that anymore. So like those texts don't even really work anymore. It's okay. But our viewers have dropped. So if you wouldn't mind sharing this, and maybe Joe was the missing link. Joe, you need to find out where you are and you need to sign on. Okay. The next fight is a women's flyweight fight. And you got Silva at 14-4 versus Botelko at 8-4. And now what I've learned when you watch UFC and you gamble on UFC, you never go against anybody named Silva. Okay, so Silva decision is what the big girl's rocking with. Bill, what say you?
I'm going with Silva on this one. Another fight I'm not going to...
Obviously.
Don't throw in a parlay. They're both super new to the UFC. So they still got to prove themselves. Although Silva is the better ground fighter. And Botello has been finished before with submissions. So I'm going with Silva by submission. I'll go with the first round. I think if this is one of the fights, it's either going to be early submission in the first round or it's going to be the most boring decision you've ever been forced to watch. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Silva by submission, probably an armbar based on her past. However, Patella's been submitted by a rear naked choke before, but a lot of her losses has just been boring decisions as well. Go with Silva again. Stay away from this one in the parlays. I'll give you a good parlay later. That's pretty safe, but leave this one out of it.
Very nice, very nice. And Joe has Silva by decision. All right, so there you go. You got Bill and Joe agreed on the first 3 fights on the main card, which is usually a very, very good thing. So for you bettors out there watching, this is big time money here. All right, before we get on to the next fight, all right, let's talk about our sponsor one more time. Okay, Fleet Techs. Go to FLEET-TECHS.com. If you have engineering or an automotive background, all right, go there and get a job. All right, he wants to hire veterans. Ryan's a real awesome guy and supporter of Veteran Trash Talk. So just, if you need work, all right, a lot of people are looking for work, just go there. He's going to hire you. All right, he's going to train you. He'll fly you out, train you up, and get you on your way. All right, and then also put in the code VTTGW at gruntworksclothing.com or VeteranTrashTalk.com and get yourself a discount. I think it's like shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Nobody really knows. Okay, but anyways, let's get on to the next one. We have a featherweight fight, which sounds even worse than a flyweight fight. Like, do we even really want to talk about it? But you got Trizano at 10-2 versus Almeida at 12-1. Now, the Big Earl did his research on this one, and the only thing that I could dig up, the only thing I could find that give me a gambling edge is that this guy's name is Luke. Okay, so I'm going to go Lucas Almeida with the force, hashtag Obi-Wan Kenobi style, all right, in the second round. Obi-Wan Kenobi finish. Look it up. It's a real thing. Bill, what say you?
So I've actually gone back and forth in this one. So DraftKings odds, and I think they're pretty close with MGM right now. It has Trizano at like a minus 225. I wanted to lean with him, but I only think that he's got the heavier favorite. Almeida came into Contender Series, lost the decision, did like a jungle fight series, one of these no-name organizations, did another submission win, and Dana's letting him back in. I think that's why he's the big odds. He just hasn't proven himself. Trizano has a few losses, especially his last fight was a loss. He's lost 2 of his last 4, and he's been submitted before. So I was leaning towards Trizano in a decision, but you know what? I'm going to go with Almeida with a submission, and I'm also going to make him one of my DraftKings sleepers. I'm going to give you 3 DraftKings sleepers today.
Wow.
I'm going to make Almeida a DraftKings sleeper today.
Nice. Well, I think we got a point on this fight because Joe is saying Trizano by decision. All right. We have a legitimate point on this fight. All right, let's go. Okay. On to the next one. Hey, big shout out to Muffin Fingers back there doing the things. I wanted to give him a lot of credit, but he showed me how to stream. So this Saturday, I'll be streaming live myself. So I don't want to give much credit anymore because it's actually really easy. All right, you just got to press like 4 buttons, and then everything just goes. So really, really big deal. And then also, if you're in Jacksonville this Saturday, all right, VTT's Pacific Tita, all right, the host of Throat Punch Monday will be there at the Taco Margarita Festival. All right, who does not go to a Taco Margarita Festival?
That sounds amazing.
I'm going. If I was in Jacksonville, I'd be there, but I'm not in Jacksonville. If you're anywhere near Jacksonville, Florida, there's some kind of Taco Margarita Festival, and Len will be there. All right, so go see VTT's Pacific Tita and show some love and support. All right, to the next one. It's a featherweight fight, another fight with a bunch of little dudes. All right, and it's the co-main, and we got. Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we've won money on both of these fighters.
Yes, we have.
Right. So this was a difficult one for the Big Earl because I'm like, I think I like both these guys. Not quite sure. I definitely know some of the names that I don't like in UFC, but Ige at 15-5 versus Evlov at 15-0. Okay, O means hasn't lost, kind of like the Big Earl in the octagon. All right. So you look at that guy's name, it's kind of Russian. All right. And and I know that upsets Tanner Port because Tanner Port thinks that the Russians can control everything, but they can't take over Ukraine. Right. So, but
Evloev is Russian, actually. So
really, so I got it right.
yeah.
Okay. So in some form of a Russian conspiracy, Evloev wins by decision. And I say that because the fight's going to go the distance, and the Russians are going to interfere with the decision process, and they're going to make Evloev the winner. Okay. Do you know how stupid you all sound with that shit? I'm sorry, I'm gonna get off topic here, Bill. But do you know how dumb you guys all sound by saying that the Russians are somehow controlling what Americans do, all right, or what Americans say? Like, what? They haven't won a war. I posted this on my personal Facebook page today. They have never won a war since, I don't know what. Let's just go 1900. They have not won a war that we did not help them in. Like, ever. And somehow you think that the Russians are somehow controlling our electoral process? All right, you guys are retarded. All right, stop it. Okay, like, the reason why our electoral process sucks is because half of you are fucking retarded. That's why. Okay,
I'm with you on that one.
Why. Yeah, that's why. Not the Russians. Okay, but I'm gonna stick with you guys. I'm gonna go with you on this one. I'm gonna ride your train, and I'm gonna say the Russians are gonna influence the judges, and you're gonna get Evloev in a decision based on a hashtag Russian conspiracy. Bill, what say you?
So Evloev is, you got to put him in a long parlay. He's a minus 410 the last time I checked, I think it was. But believe it or not, Nick, I'm going to go with you on this one. I'm going with Evloev. Actually, right now he's still is a minus.
The Russians control everything, apparently.
So I'm actually going to go with split. He's going to win by a split decision.
I love it.
Yes. These odds are bigger than they should be. Ige he's got a lot of experience. I think he's going to lose his definitely on that downslope of his career. He needs to stop. He's lost 3 of his last 4, all decisions, by the way. So I'm going to go Evloev split decision, but he is one of my locks.
Maybe Americans aren't as dumb as we think, because even Joe picked Evloev. All right, so I mean, he is undefeated. He is 15-0, and so if he does win by some freak chance, i.e., hashtag Russia conspiracy, by some freak chance, he literally is 15-0, guys. Okay, so you conspiracy theorists, if he does win, it's just because he's really good. Okay, and it's nothing to do with him being Russian. All right, anyways. I know Dave's on the chat thread right now saying Nick's angry. I am angry, Dave. I am angry. I get angry that when I say we shouldn't send $40 billion to Ukraine, all of a sudden that's Russian propaganda? Or is it the fact that I don't think we should spend $40 billion? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you think. The Russians made me think that, okay? So the Russians have implanted a chip in my head, and I can't stop talking about it.
Pitt
Okay.
Moore just said 10th Mountain, ?
10th Mountain Bourbon? Who said that?
Tim Moore on Gruntwork said 10th Mountain, ?
10th Mountain Bourbon? Oh, I just dropped my phone because I'm sober as a bird. But anyways, 10th Mountain Bourbon is delicious, and that's why I dropped my phone. Okay, I don't know what 10th Mountain ? Means, but we'll get over it. Joe, like I said, went Evloev. All right. On to the main event. This is where we get into it. This is where it matters. All right. This is a heavyweight fight. This is where the men in the bar that you don't go around and fuck with are there. All right. These are the guys that you just get out of their way. All right. If he has to pee, you let him pee. All right. You don't.
These are both huge human beings.
Huge human beings, right? And it's like, I know Dave's a soccer guy, all right, and you want to think that soccer players are as cool as football players or hockey players. You're not, all right? You're not even close. Like these are when these guys walk into the bar, you get the fuck out of the way, okay? So you got Volkov, who I've liked Volkov in the past. This is another tough one for me. All right,
Another Russian for you.
Yeah, 34. I mean, is he really, or are the Russians telling me to say he's Russian? I really don't know. But Volkov at 34-10 versus Rosenstruck at 12-3. Now Rosenstruck had a big win last time he fought, right? Or did he lose?
No, he lost to Curtis Blades in a
Blades, that was
decision.
I knew it was Blades Rosenstruck. Yeah, well, I knew one of them had a big win. So like, yeah, screw this guy. But I'm gonna go with Rosen anyways by death slam. Okay, I don't know if you know what a death slam is, but it happened back in 1987. All right, in one of the first UFCs. You can go check it out. But Bill, do you got Rosenstruck by death slam in the first round?
No, so
Bullshit.
I'm gonna put my pick on there in case Joe and I got to do a point, and then I'm gonna give you some betting advice on this one. This is a hedger. I would do 2 parlays with both these guys winning. Because Rosenstruck is that one punch knockout guy. But Volkov has a chin and he knows how to go the distance in fights, which is the exact weakness of Rosenstruck. After the first round, he starts to, and if he gets on his back, he becomes a turtle. And Volkov is a 6'7" dude. He knows how to use his distance to stay away from those big power shots. But both of them are both 250-pound guys at weigh-in. So walking into the ring, they're up there in 270 region. I'm actually going to go with Volkov decision on this one. But if you put Rosenstruck as a DraftKings sleeper, because he is the underdog, that is a great bet to take. So when you do your parlays, I would do 2 with both of them winning. But I got Volkov winning by decision. I think he's going to outsmart Rosenstruck, and he's going to try to put him on his back and keep him there and make it a boring fight. But Rosenstruck will just turtle out on his back. So Volkov by decision.
Right. We used to call Bill the Mad Russian, and then he got so much hate mail because the Russians were using a propaganda campaign and telling all Americans to believe that Bill was Russian. But Joe is not buying into this Russian thing that Bill is, and Joe's going Rosenstruck by KO, 4th round. All right. 4th round. So there's a second point. There are 2 points this week. And this could really heat up the race or just absolutely put it away for the next 3 freaking years. All right. So we got 2 points this week on that. All right. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to where you make your money. All right. Remember, disclaimer, if you don't have money, don't gamble. All right. If you have money and you want to put a little bit of scratch on some fights, pay attention. Right here, right now is the most important part. Bill, give us your locks, your DraftKings sleeper, and your parlays.
Okay, DraftKings sleeper. Take Rosenstruck. That's a solid DraftKings sleeper guy to take.
That's what Joe has.
And on the undercard, take a guy named Stoltz. That's a Stolze. He's a pretty good underdog to take. Honestly, with this card, I'm taking a lot of the favorites. So there weren't a lot of DraftKings sleepers. But Rosenstruck, again, is a solid one to take, and he'll be cheap on DraftKings. My locks are going to be...
Hold on, Keith Bach. What's up, brother? No, go ahead.
Locks. Female fight, undercard, by the name of Blanchfield. Absolute lock. She's also a heavy favorite, so if you're going to put her in any parlay, it's got to be a long one. I think, let's actually just take a look here real quick. I got it up. Last check, she was like minus 600. Right now, she's a minus 475 on DraftKings, minus 500 on MGM. So you got to put her in a big parlay. So Blanchfield, Evloev, and Molina are going to be my 3 locks. So put them in a parlay. And if you want to add 2 on there, there's another weird Russian name, Farektinidov.
Fucking Russians, man. Yeah.
Take him, put him in a parlay. It's a Fakhretdinov. Take him, put him in a parlay, as well as so you got Farektinidov, Molina, Evloev, Blanchfield, and if you want to get ballsy, take a guy named Jackson also on the undercard, and then throw in Menafield as well, and that's your parlay.
Very nice, very nice.
But again, do 2 parlays, but put one with a Volkov as a winner and one as a Rosenstruck, and you'll do well.
All right, that's very important right there. It sounds like they're very confident on their first 5-6 fights, and then just hedge the bet and do 2 parlays with the main event being the opposite. All right, hey, I just want to say something about Keith Bach real quick. I've never lost to him. All right, he has a lot of pictures on Facebook with wearing a gi and being a fighter and having cauliflower ear, right? But like, I never lost to you, bro. Like, I mean, like, do you even fight? I'm just saying. All right. So I know you used to hang out at some gyms in El Paso, but I mean, whatever. So, okay, let's go. Joe. Joe says his locks are Menafield, and he's going undercard here with St. Dennis.
Yep.
And then
That's a good one.
I think it's the guy you tried to say his name, Fakhretdinov.
Yeah.
All right, Fakhretdinov, Fakhretdinov. All right, are his locks. And then his DraftKings sleeper is Rosenstruck, just like you said. And then his parlay is Menafield, Solecki, St. Dennis, Fakhretdinov, Blanchfield. Main event goes under the distance. All right, so he's putting that in his parlay, that the main event will not go the distance. And there you have it for the locks. What do you think about those, Bill? Let's sharpshoot Joe's pick.
Again, I agree with all of those. Honestly, all those except for the main event. I mean, Joe could absolutely be right with Rosenstruck's striking power. I'm not saying he's far off at all, but in my heart of hearts, I just believe Volkov is going to take this to the distance and just try to tire out Rosenstruck. Rosenstruck's just proven himself to not do well on the ground. But Volkov's just got to avoid that power shot. But again, that's the thing with heavyweights. They're fucking huge, and one shot is all it takes. That's why we love the heavyweights so much. I'm taking Volkov decision. Do I think Joe could absolutely be correct? Absolutely. I mean, Rosenstruck's got that power in his hands. But with the parlays and the locks, I agree with all of them, except for that, like I said, except for that main fight.
All right, so there you have it, fight fans. Make sure you rewind it. Check us out on Apple Podcast and give us a rating on Apple Podcast, because apparently that's the big one. But we are on Spotify and everything else, and hopefully the muffin fingers back there gets this audio uploaded. All right, hey, that's your fight picks. There you have it. And then Saturday, that's tomorrow, all right, 1700 Eastern time, we have another guy named Earl, so you know he's legendary, all right? You got another guy named Earl coming on, and just like every other typical officer, he's decided to walk the Appalachian Trail. Like, you know what? It figures that we got an enlisted guy riding a bike over the Rockies right now, okay? Like, and you guys want to take the easy route and just take the Appalachian Trail. All right, how about you go over the Rockies? All right, let's get one of you West Point guys to do that. But either way, he's coming on. He's done a lot of great things, and he's trying to raise awareness, just like our guy Kyle is. So if you haven't been following our page, and we've had a lot of difficulty streaming our show with the Fifth Principal Patrolling because Cannonball Creek Brewing Company out in Golden, Colorado was very hospitable, very awesome. But your internet sucks, guys. All right, so go ahead and get some new internet, and we'll be really good in San Diego. Chris is going to stay home. Actually, we'll be able to stream that event and be able to do it a lot more professionally because he has internet. All right.
Tim Moore, before you said, Tim Moore says he hopes Earl doesn't get lost.
Which Earl? But yeah, no, he so
the one
anyways,
doing the Appalachian.
Oh yeah, this Earl doesn't get lost unless I want to. All right, so I get lost in the sauce. All right, but anyways, we'll give Bill the last word here again for what Kyle's doing is also to raise money for Gold Star families. And again, there's 44,000 veteran nonprofits. Let's figure out how we can get them all under one roof and how we can use all of them to help veterans that can't get the care that they need from the VA. And I've said this on the show before, I'm lucky enough that I can get all the care that I need from the VA. Some people can't. So let's get them what we can get them. The Gold Star families, they need a lot more help and support. Think about it. Lost your dad or your mom. That's not a worthy cause. So Bill, send it.
Again, you guys heard me talk about it 100 times, but in case you haven't, Gold Star Teen Adventures, please go to their website, donate any money that you can. They put as much of the money as they can directly towards those kids. They pay for hunting trips, scuba trips, diving trips, any type of thing you can think of to get these Gold Star kids together, remind them they got friends like themselves, and to remember that us veterans still care about them and want to take care of them all the way up through college. And he's also opened it up towards first responder kids too in the Fayetteville area. So by all means, Gold Star Teen Adventures, all that money goes towards those kids, letting them know that we have not forgot about those kids.
All right, beautiful. Thanks, Bill. Thanks. All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow at 1700 Eastern time, and I'll be streaming live, taking over the Muffin Fingers position. So good luck to me on that. All right, rock on. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.